This is Nathan from the Eleanor, and today I'm going to take you behind the scenes of the making of my first single, Denim Dress. So to start off the song, I think I just want to go kind of linearly through the song. The base of the song is obviously the acoustic guitar, which you can see here. And it's a pretty simple part. Most of the song is only 4 chords. The one thing that I really do like about this part, fun line that I came up with, was this one at the end here. I've always liked that line. I thought it was kind of cool. So I wanted to make sure that the acoustic guitar was pretty present so you could hear that. And also the end, obviously you need an acoustic guitar for that. But right from the beginning, there are some things going on. The first part is you have these synths going on. That kind of just underlie the whole entire thing. So just hearing those like here. Just pretty simple, just playing along with the chords. But when I ended up recording this whole thing and listening to it back, I realized that there wasn't enough kind of mids and fullness to it. It sounded really high because you have the guitars playing. The guitar was capoed, so it was playing high. The vocals were high. The other guitar parts were high. And so it was missing some warmth, and so I ended up just doubling this synth, but just doing it an octave lower. So here's the normal one, the original one, and then the octave. As soon as it comes in here, you can tell a big difference. It just fills it out a lot more. So, but those are just doubled. It's literally the same exact sound. And so that also starts right at the beginning with the acoustic guitar. The other thing I have is I did these electric guitar parts. So a lot of this song, I doubled everything that I was going to do. I wanted it to be kind of ambient and spacey. Also, since this was the first song I was releasing with me singing in it, I was kind of self-conscious, and so I literally doubled everything that I could. So the part, let's actually just listen to the first one, is just some quarter notes. And I doubled them and panned them, so I recorded them twice. And then I panned one to all the way in the left ear, one all the way in the right ear. You can hear that like that. And then I just did the same exact thing with an octave higher. So that just in there makes up the whole entire intro to the song. And then, so then everything drops out except for the acoustic guitar and the synths during the first verse, or the first half of the first verse. And then I also added these strums, just these full guitar strums here. Again, panned and doubled, just to kind of fill it out a little bit. Nothing super crazy there. And then halfway through the chorus, or halfway through the verse, sorry, we have these, the low parts of these come back in to kind of separate it from the first half of the first verse. And then we have the chorus coming in here. And the chorus, so this song originally started out acoustic, and the only thing that I kept from the acoustic version, other than like the guitar part, I did end up re-recording the guitar, was the vocals. So I originally had, or the chorus vocals, I originally had recorded this song a couple years ago, and I really liked the way that the vocals sounded, so I just kept them, just moved them over. Oh gosh, okay, let's see where those start. Looks like here. Yeah, so I ended up recording some other ones as well, but ended up not using them. I only have these original two here, and these were completely drenched in reverb because I wanted them to sound really big and spacey. So here's what they'll sound like by themselves. So I thought those were kind of cool, fun hook. And then the only other part that I added in the chorus that wasn't already in there was this guitar part here that, again, I doubled because I double everything, which just kind of adds a little bit of a melody line to the verse itself, or to the chorus. And I added this effect on there. Let me actually make sure that's actually on there, but it should be. Yeah, so I added a like a kind of a detune effect, so it kind of goes in and out of tune. it's got kind of this warble sound to it. I thought that kind of gave it a cool sound. So then that's the second verse is basically the same as the first, just with the drums. And I recorded the drums downstairs in the basement that we have here. It's now being remodeled, or not remodeled, sorry, it's being finished because it was unfinished. And so I can't really record there anymore, but it's big enough that the drums actually sounded pretty good. So let's hear just the drums. Let's see, they come in here. Yeah, pretty basic sounding drums, but I think they sound pretty good. So the only other kind of more interesting section of the song is the very last part. So starting with the biggest part of the song after the break was the solo. And when I originally recorded, originally wrote the song, recorded the first time, this whole like rock out section wasn't even there. It went right from the slow bridge right to this ending section. But when I was messing around with it, I started just playing around with the electric guitar and adding some distortion on stuff, and I said, hey, this actually sounds pretty good. Let's add a part to it. So the solo itself, I did not double, like probably the only thing in here that I didn't double. But I do have two separate sections. I have this first section, which is the first part of the solo. And then the second part is just a higher part here. It comes in. So the reason I wanted these separate is because this one here needed to sound a little bit different, because I have this kind of low guitar solo come in here that I wanted to make sure was heard. So, because after the first part of the solo, I somehow needed it to get bigger, and so adding these things really heightened the impact, I guess. The other thing that I did in the drums was you have, let's solo these again so you can hear them. You have them just getting bigger, so here they're on the ride cymbal, pretty big sounding. But then after that, these drums come in, or this guitar part comes in, sorry, I switched to the crash, which makes it sound even bigger. So here's with the ride. And then with the crash. And so I added the crash in, and also these low guitar section in to, heighten it and make it bigger. So the only other thing was these high vocals that I added to that very intro, to the very first chorus here. So if you listen to those are right here. And I think those add a lot to the solo section. So if you listen to it in context, you can kind of hear it here. So then after that, I take these ooze end and then I add in the original melody, or the original chorus melody here in the background instead. So you can hear that coming in after this first section. Super well, but it's just in there, adding a little bit of stuff. Anyway, I hope that was interesting. I plan on doing more of these videos, so let me know in the comments anything you'd like to see or any questions you have.